A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the Midday News, reaching you live from our studios at Souqnews Television. I am Oyetola. Now let's begin. The Minister of Marine and Blue Economy, Oyetola, says that the Lekki Deep Sea Port is projected to deliver over 200 billion United States dollars in government revenue during its 45-year concession period. Speaking at a breakfast meeting organized by the Nigerian Chamber of Shipping in Lagos, Oyetola noted that the port has already begun easing congestion at the Lagos ports, restoring investor confidence and strengthening Nigeria's position as a regional logistics hub. He highlighted that with only 20% of its capacity currently in use, the Lekki Port offers vast untapped opportunities for investors backed by the world-class infrastructure, improved road access, and government commitment to eliminating bottlenecks. According to Oyetola, the project's success rests on 5 pillars: strategic regional market access, public-private partnership, integrated transport links, supportive policies, and technology-driven operations. The Lekki Port management estimates that the facility could contribute $361 billion to the economy over the concession period, supported by faster ship turnaround from post-Panamax cranes and expanded transshipment operations. Officials said the model will be replicated nationwide as government upgrades ports in Apapa, on Calabar, and the rivers. The Nigerian Airspace Management Agency has started a historic nationwide audit. Now, the Nigerian Airspace Agency has started a nationwide audit. The airspace, the first in its entirety in the history of Nigeria. The exercise covers the Kano Flight Information Region, effectively spanning all Nigerian airspace, and aims to assess safety, operational efficiency, and compliance with international aviation standards. The Managing Director, Farouk Umar, described the initiative as a landmark move to strengthen readiness for the upcoming national and international safety oversight reviews. He emphasized that the audit is not only a compliance process, but a strategic step to position Nigeria's air navigation services for global recognition and operational excellence. The audit will review air traffic services, communication, navigation, and surveillance systems, aeronautical information management, and search and rescue operations. It also extends to major international airports in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, and Port Harcourt, as well as key regional hubs. Now, Nigeria, once the dominant logistics hub in West Africa, is losing its competitive edge to regional rivals such as Togo and Ghana. Despite handling over 80% of the country's trade volume through Lagos ports and recording a 45% rise in cargo throughout the 2024, inefficiencies remain severe. Long cargo dwell times, high costs, and outdated infrastructure are driving shippers to neighboring ports, cutting Nigeria's share of regional trade. Togo's Lome port has emerged as a rising hub with modern deep water facilities, efficient cargo handling, and global shipping line connectivity. Recent visits by the United States government and military cooperation agreements with Russia highlight the port's growing international relevance. Ghana's Tema port and Benin's Cotonou also outperform Nigeria in logistics efficiency, benefiting from the streamlined customs, better infrastructure, and lower costs. Now, Eurozone business activity has expanded in August at its fastest pace in 15 months as the newer orders increased for the first time since May 2024, according to data from S&P Global. The HCOB Flash Eurozone Composite Purchasing Managers Index rose to 51.1, up from 50.9 in July, defying forecast of a slowdown and signaling a steady recovery across the bloc. Manufacturing led by the rebound, moving back into expansion territory with a headline PMI of 50.5. its first growing in more than 3 years. Now, output rose sharply while services maintained positive momentum despite slowing slightly to a PMI of 50.7. Now, Germany recorded its strongest growing since March, supported by the manufacturing gains, while France's downturn eased to its mildest in a year. Employment improved across the region, with firms hiring at the fastest pace since June 2024, although inflation pressures resurfaced. Rising input costs and stronger wage-driven service sector inflation could complicate the European Central Bank's policy outlook, with markets now expecting cautious moves on rate cuts later this year. Now, Freeport Indonesia has announced plans to increase copper concentrate exports sharply in the coming weeks as it works to use nearly all of its government-approved quota before it expires next month. The company confirmed that it has so far used only 65% of the quota granted in March 2025. The miner explained that bad weather and commitments to support the startup of its new copper smelters slowed shipments early in the year. To meet its target, the company aims to reach 90% quota utilization by the end of September, ahead of Indonesia's nationwide export restrictions on processed minerals. Now, analysts said the move underlines Indonesia's drive to boost domestic processing and secure greater value from its mineral resources. Freeport's accelerated export highlight both the opportunities and challenges faced by the miners balancing export earnings with a government policy that prioritizes local refining and industrialization. Now, many thanks for watching. Please do well to follow us on all our social media platforms at Souqnews TV. I am Oyetola. Coming up shortly is Just Africa. Do stay with us.